Well, good morning turfers. We're off out on the Surly Pugsley fat bike again today, down round Newbattle. In fact, this is take two. I went round yesterday, recorded all the footage, I got back and viewed the footage, and the toggle on my jacket I had on yesterday was banging tick 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 tick, knock knock knock, all the way round. Really not suitable. And a little cable on the camera there was coming into view as well when I was turning the corner because of the wide angle lens. So here we are, going to do it all again. Should be busier today actually, there'll be more people walking dogs and things, so added interest. So just need to get my gloves on and away we go. I've got a passenger today, as you can see. I've got Rocky with us. Rocky the Rhode Island Red from Chicken Run has popped in to feature in the video. I think his last video was about 10 years ago, down in the borders with me. So on we go. So into zone. Peacock's Beard. I'm hoping it doesn't rain today, although I've got my waterproofs, so we should be fine. There we go, zone take. To the next one, down the hill, which this is a stretch I tried to record yesterday, screwed up switching the camera on. I think the camera was already on when I tried to switch it on, which effectively switches it off. Traffic. It's not too bad at the moment. So, getting the sugar-old Rocky. He says he is, but he's enjoying himself. There we go. Onwards. So now heading up through Kirkbank Wood. Get the 1, 2, 3 zones there. It's interesting, even though there's been a bit of rain, under the trees the ground's still quite dry. That makes things a bit easier on this route, which can be quite muddy, very, very slippy, claggy even at times. But we're on the Go Anywhere Pugsley fat bike. This is the big foot of equivalent of a 4-wheel drive. So round the bricks, down into bottom. Thank you. Should I do this or not? Yep. It's awkward. Off route there. Not an easy bit. Big roots. We did it. Don't have to put a foot down. Now, slowing's always a wee bit awkward. But what I noticed distinctly is this little path has formed, which I'm wondering. There we go. It's a tougher path. Around about. Zone taken. Off we go. It's hardly muddy at all, actually. Sorry, what was that, Rocky? You want to go for a pee? Should have went before you came out. And don't you dare. Actually, it might be quite quiet at the moment, but it's still lunchtime. I actually came up here a few months ago with a saw and some clippers. Did a bit of trail maintenance, cutting back the holly and some of the branches off the trail. Makes it a bit easier, especially when you're wearing shorts and t-shirt in the summer. You don't get scratched. I was thinking about night filming again last night. Just how to do that. The forward camera, as you see it at the moment, facing me, my lights are going to be pointing away. I'm just going to be in darkness. I mean, do I want a light to illuminate myself? Taking's the one. On we go. Some dog walkers. Oh yeah. It's one of those people that are all smiling at me. Now, is that because I'm on a fat bike? Because I've got Rocky, because I'm filming, because I've got some silly trousers on again. Nearly missed that one. Sit up. Oh, done, another one. Right, now into the wood at the top of the Abbey Road pit. The road. Up over this curb here. And to go. Yes, I'm not quite sure what we're doing about night filming. I could use the chest mount, I suppose. That would show up the forward view and a few of the lights ahead. I think another matter as well, what does the GoPro, what will it record at night? If I'm in an urban area, would there be enough light from the street lights to see me and the bike? Quite possibly, actually. Just got to give it a try. Or maybe just even a low level light, just illuminating back from the camera. I've got some lights I could use. There's enough mounts on the GoPro for a light, a cold shoe mount. Yeah, try it. Experiment, that's the secret. Useful there. It's interesting with the fat bike after a while, I just don't notice the extra effort required. It's only when you jump on a normal bike that it becomes apparent. Taking some. Route here, rather than parallel following the river, it's a wee track through the woods here. It's a bit more bumpy, but good for a change. Is that saying a change is as good as a rest? Not quite understood that. Change is as good as a change. What happened there then? Not quite sure what happened there. Just overcorrected maybe. That was fun. Going too fast. It's behind you. Thank you. So I've taken this on. So we're in the grounds of Newbattle Abbey. It's a college at the moment. This dates back 1,000 years or something. And just across the river there was, I think, one of the first coal mines in Scotland, run by the monks. So it's still there actually. There's an iron grate blocking it off and it's flooded apparently. Not that you really want to go down it. I think one of the biggest risks of these things is build-up of carbon monoxide. gunk there. Changed gear properly. It jumps if you don't move the lever properly. It's funny, people on their phones, they don't even see you. Now then. So now, a little steep hill here. Yesterday, I switched the camera on to climb it, and when I got to the top I realised I'd actually switched the camera off, so I missed it. So it's running at the moment, so leave it on. I actually just did a page on the blog about all these little tips and tricks, things that it's worth remembering. This is a steep little climb. Years ago, 10 years ago, before I got my injections of hormone stuff, I would have struggled to walk up there. Now I can cycle. It shows you, although I think part of it's fitness as well. I feel I'm a bit fitter than I was since I retired. It's all that toughing, cycling, kick scooting. But yeah, I'm still going to stop and save this footage. There you go, saved. Wee dram. You want some as well? You don't drink whiskey. Great thing, a frame bag. Better than panniers because it doesn't get in the way. Little wind resistance as well because it's streamlined with the bike. You wouldn't want one if you're precious about the frame getting scratched, because the straps do scratch it. But I'm not bothered about that. A bike's for using. It's not an ornament. It levels out a little bit as we go. Into second. I've only got 8 gears on this, which is generally enough. I'll get arrested at the zone. There we go. Another one done. Oh, it didn't speak to me this time. Right, up to Zone Mary. Right, the trouble with these woods and the next to big housing estates, you end up with a multitude of different paths and trails. Shortcuts. I think the downside is people are generally walking them, and there are bits where the handlebars just don't fit through the gaps. Dog barking off to the right. There we go. Onto the main drag now. Zone Mary. It's just up ahead of this culvert. There we go. In the zone. Quite close today. Muggy. Right, done again. So, off and up, and then down Rowan's Dyke path, which is along Rowan's Dyke wall. Just need to watch out for the tree roots and the brambles. And the gravel drifts at the bottom and the erosion channels that can catch your bike if you keep on flying. Actually ruined the jacket on one of these little trails. My Alpic duck down jacket. The sleeve caught the barbs on a briar, rose, a wild rose, ripped it to shreds. All the feathers flying out as it rode along. Anyway, could have probably got it repaired, but it was half price, 50 quid in the sales. And I generally didn't use it a lot. It was too warm. I much favour lots of thin layers. You know, go for a t-shirt, a long sleeve t-shirt, fleece, with two thin Pertex windproofs, and then you can just take them off as you need to, as you warm up or as you're going up top of the hill and it gets cooler, you can put them on. And they don't take up much space. Nearly missed its own. Back brake's pretty good actually. For a cable operated disc brake, non-hydraulic. Just going to stick with those. Did think about upgrading, but what's the point? Well, Rocky's well strapped in, by the way. He's not going to fall off. There we go, done. Just did a stop start there of the video. I'm trying to do a little trick there, trying to keep still, so when I cut the two clips together it doesn't look as if I've stopped and started again. So that'll be an interesting one to see what you think, because you'll know that I've just done it. Right, this is where it gets a bit gravelly. There's an erosion channel. You can catch your wheel once you get into it like that. It throws you off. So you probably need to go slowly. You'll end up in the ditch in the bottom. And it's not a pleasant one to end up in, it's a bit whiffy. There we go. Just get up onto the curb. And this next bit, I'll probably have to walk. I don't think I can cycle up steps yet. I'm not Danny McCaskill. So, should be in the zone soon as well. Be careful here today. In the zone. The wooden steps are slippy. I once fell on my butt carrying ogre and he fell on top of me. Most undignified. So onwards. Go. This way, narrower trail. People don't tend to notice it. Although this is one of the trails that I've done a little bit of trail maintenance, chopping back, and it's kind of increased in width. People must notice it more and come this way, or maybe other cyclists come this way and do the same. You just need to watch out for the holly and the twisties and the roots, the fallen trees, the overhanging branches. You don't want to crash into fallen trees like this one, which I am not going to bunny hop over. I could probably find someone to teach me how to do that, I suppose. The valley might like. Here we are, main path. So, on to this next zone, which is Fat Bike Zone, which I may have mentioned before, but I had commented on the blog that there was a big gap between the two zones, between the Equinox zone, that previous one, and this Redwoods ahead of us. And the next day someone had added a zone, Fat Bike Zone, so really cool with that. Can't remember who did it, never quite sure who makes the zones. Someone who reads the blog, obviously. Right, here we go. They mentioned that the good thing about the Surly, or the Shimano Alpine 8-speed hub on this thing, is you can change gear while stationary, up or down. Thank you. You can't do that on a derailleur bike. You end up in no amount of trouble. Which is quite handy, this, just be able to change. If you're not in the right gear for the place, the location, you can just click down, or if you stopped and you're in the wrong gear. But I suppose it does away with the need to think beforehand. If you've got a derailleur geared bike, planning ahead. Used to hate as well when you had derailleur gears, the chain would be slapping about. Although I do believe there's things you can do these days, sort of clutches and stuff to prevent that. I must ask Scott actually. Nearly in the zone, the Redwoods. Pull the brakes up. There we are, done. Down to the road. Actually, I'll just do a sign out. Oops. Just do a sign out here in case I don't do any more zones. No point going down the road and doing it, it's too noisy. You can probably hear the traffic. So that's us. Until next time. Hope you've enjoyed the ride. And say hello to Rocky. I'm hoping to be able to acquire a grommet actually. and a Shaun the Sheep. Just do the same thing. So if anyone's got either of those they would like to donate or loan to me, I'd much appreciate it. Contact me through the site or on the WhatsApp group. Anyway, bye for now. Live long and prosper. Actually, back again. Just thought I'd come down this little bit of path down the river to Newbattle where the houses are. I believe the waterboard did degrading on it now with gravel. So the mud puddles and the slime, the slippy bits are gone. It's much better. A pleasure to ride on. So just heading home. I've no more zones to take. Oh yes, I do actually. There's one down by the river. It's still showing red, so let's go and get that one. So this little path takes us right along the edge of the houses, behind the back garden fences. So we'll go this way, come back up the other way. There is an gnarly route that follows up the river, near the river. There's a tree down. Didn't expect that. Must have come down quite recently. Zone. There we go, taking zone. Zone taken. From Turbo Smith. Not seen him for a long time. Hope he's not given up. If he's watching this, get out turfing. Those people are going the way I want to go. Oh, well. What do you think, Rocky? Will we follow them? Yeah, he says yes. Oh dear. Talking to a stuffed toy. I want to whisper because I don't want him to hear that, you see. He's an actor. In fact, he's an American actor. With an Australian accent, strangely. But he tells me that there's going to be Chicken Run the sequel coming out this year, November perhaps, on Netflix. So I look forward to watching that. So we can get a bit of shelter and then we'll call it quits and then head for base. This is now the gnarly route. Twisty tree stumps, roots, boulders, tricky slopes, dog walkers, subsidence. All sorts of evil anti-bike stuff. Thank you. I always like to thank people if they control their dogs. Thank you. too fast here at times. Well, I don't anyway. I come across a tree stump or a awkward bit and you've overcooked it. Well, that's probably just me being a wuss or a wuss or a sap or whatever you call it. Female goosander sitting there. Female's a kind of grey one, male's the white one, the dark head. Right. Right, there we go. That's just done that little loop. Rain's slackening. But enough footage, I think. So I'll sign out again. Sign out again. Until next time, live long and prosper.